Hi, I'm Judge Desire for Knowledge, and this is Know Your Truth Real Talk. And this episode is on relationships. So I'm glad you've joined me, or you're gonna join me soon, hopefully. I'm not live today, it's this Saturday again. Basically, the summer weeks are gonna be hard for me to go live. I have events and things to take care of. Sometimes I can tape them. Sometimes because of music copyright fringes, I cannot tape everywhere I go. But I have an event later tonight, later this afternoon, and I'm going to try to tape that one for you guys. So I won't be live today at 3. So I'm uploading this tape for you on relationships. On this episode of relationships, it's going to be about... Wait. Yes, I do have my own gavel with my name on it. It's going to be how to not get manipulated by the manipulators. Ooh, that seems good. It's not cheesy, because some of the things I'm going to talk about and discuss is probably things that you've been through or you've seen happen to other people, as I have seen that happen to other people, friends, family, no matter what, colleagues. I try to use my experiences here from other people, from work, from whatever, I go through, see through, and understand, and bring it together to help other people understand it so that they're not also going into these type of relationships or situations, I should call them. So please like, subscribe, and share. I really would appreciate it. I work hard on my content, and I believe it's going to help a lot of people if it gets out there. I'm in another area today, and it's all woody. So I'll be here for a minute. It's quiet right now, but they're mowing their lawns everywhere, and you may not hear me, so I'm going to have to speak up when they do mow their lawns. They're very manicured here, and so definitely on weekends you're going to hear it. And I tape or go live on weekends, so you're definitely going to hear it. All right, so shall we begin? All right, like I said, this episode is about on relationships, which I do have several videos that are on relationships, and then they'll have a subject line attached to them. But this one is specifically how to not get manipulated by a manipulator. So this episode is special because I've seen it happening so much with people. Seeing it for what it is, and what when we're out dating other people, if you're not married or just single, be aware of the scavengers lurking around out there. There's a lot of them, and even though people think that being single is great, it is for you if you have sensibility within it to know not to be hoodwinked, I should say, by these manipulators. Yeah, that's a good one, hoodwink. I'm going to write that down. I like that word. By them, because they're out there lurking everywhere. They may look angelic, but are far from it, I tell you that. And I've actually seen people who are supposed to be, considered friends or acquaintances, who go to the couples get-togethers, their homes, their parties, people that are actually in partnership already, and they'll go with their partners, and but they're not there as friends. You wouldn't understand until you realize it. Usually we don't see this stuff until the end time. So I'm going to try to come down here because my JudgeDesire across there is blocking me. We don't usually see it until the end of the cycle or when it's time for us to see it, but it's good to be ahead of yourself. Notice the signs, notice the red flag. But if you're partying and you invite couples and it's a couple thing, even if it's single people coming, all types of people come together at parties, partners, singles, married, whatever, all romantic in relationships. But as soon as the couples have these get-togethers and other couples get together, with their own partners, which means these people come out with their partners. They come to your homes, they party with you, they go out with you, they have dinner with you. But as soon as the couple breaks apart, these are the same people. Yeah, male or female, befriends one of the partners and start to get so chummy with the one that they actually was in considering in the first place. So be careful of those type of people that uses their friendships as a way to get in. Yeah, as a way to get into yours. Now, now that that person is single and alone, all of a sudden that other person who you've hung out with and with your partner and everything, now they're single or they're interested in you. So just beware of people like that, whether females or males, that you would never have had, any indication that they would be interested in you. Those are the ones who need to be careful of, because they have a hidden agenda and you didn't know it. But the red flags are usually there. Sometimes they're so cunning that you can't see the red flags. Those are usually narcissists, but this is not what this subject is about today. But I do have other videos that explain the type of different people, narcissists, manipulators, and double crossers, backstabbers, things like that. That's all in there, and how to detect them before you get into serious relationships with them, and if you're already in one, how to see the red flags. So you could go through my videos. I have 146. This will be my 147. So I use this Know Your Truth Real Talk as a tool to help people, to empower them, and for self-improvement within yourself. It's not a hammer over the head tool. It's embrace it, let's grow, and let's do good tool. Better for yourself if you don't want to do for other people. But since I'm not selfish, I don't mind helping others in all areas that I can. Not financially, so please don't hit me up for money. That you're going to have to do on your own. So other than that, let's get back to the subject. Okay, so they use their friendships, as a way to get to know you, but not in a good way. Like if you are in a partnership, then why would they want to get to know you after you break up with your partner? So they use that as a way that to better get them to play the part. They play the part that they are the type of individuals who play people on emotions. So they play their part until the end, and then when it comes down to the finale of, let's say, they're in the timeline of the years that you all have been friends together, and it finally breaks down that you're broken up with your partner, and this person never had interest before or displayed it, and now all of a sudden they are, by using their tactics. You wouldn't know their lies and manipulation. You wouldn't have known it. But people like using you while you're sad and lonely. It actually helps them, and they start striking, like a lion looking for their prey. Once they find out that you're single, they're aware. They're like, oh, I was always interested in that person. Let me jump now and see. Even though, let me remind you, they were mutual friends with your partner. Okay, you can twist the roles around, whether it's female, male, male, female. Either way, the partnership, both sexes go through the same things. If you haven't, good for you. This is just a learning tool to know how to detect a true friend and not a manipulator. And I will go on with sometimes these they lurk around as a friend and a family member too, because sometimes family members do the same thing, our cousins for instance, and or whatever, and are really a foe. So sometimes it takes situations like these for us to realize, just the manipulation, to realize the manipulation that is being used without us noticing it. It's not easy. So to detect it, normally it takes a little more steps before you find out exactly what someone's motives and what they're up to. Which is very important when you're in relationships, not just to jump in and have friends around you all the time while you're in a partnership, because they get to know everything about you and that person. So you got to be careful about that, because those in the background playing as a friend usually know that as soon as your back is turned, they're ready to stab you in the back. And this is not all friends. These are the ones that are manipulators and that weren't truly your friends. So I have some examples I'm going to read from, so bear with me, that I have created in my content that states that read something close to manipulation, like examples, okay? The things that I've seen happen outside of relationships. I analyze a lot of things in my life, even in my workplace, and these are the things that I feel need to be shed or told outside of the workplace, and I do this on this platform, my platform, with me, JudgeDesire for Knowledge, on Know Your Truth, Real Talk. Oh, last week you can check out my legal matters. I did it on disability, Know Your Rights, to help those that are disabled, because there's a discrimination laws there that protect your rights. Go check that out. And I do legal matters once a month. Know Your Truth every week on Saturday at 3, live or taped. All right, so knowing both of you. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you what I see when I believe a manipulation is in the process of a relationship or surrounding one. If you and your partner breaks up and your mutual friend now has an interest in you and your partner, you were never aware of. Yeah, they were never your friends. Oh, oh wow, my son is texting me. All right, they were never your friends in the first place, because no one wants to be with a person who would date you, knowing both of you were together in a relationship. Okay, and oof, I'm sorry, excuse me. That just got me off there. And sorry, mutually, and feels that it's proper for them to jump in on the relationship now that has went through a breakup, So these are the type of people that jump for. Be very careful of the persons that want to be your friend right away and stuff, instead of just letting you get through it. This is what we look at on a daily basis when people jump in and they think it's okay that to pursue you and stuff, knowing both of you just, both of the couples mutually, but you're ready to jump in and feel that there's no, it's okay and it's proper to do so on a relationship that has just went through a breakup, and you mutually know the person, both of them. That is a manipulator. I wouldn't, and I believe a lot of people wouldn't want to jump in on someone they know to know because they've been out with them, they go out with them with their dates, and maybe they're single and they're not in a commitment and you are, and then as soon as you and your partner jumps out of a commitment, that person who's been single and just dating is ready. Not, I mean, people have choices, but if you were friends with both, I think, to me, that is a manipulator. All right. And number two, if you are hit up by people or exes on social media while still in a relationship with your partner, and they know of it, but uses, excuses such as, oh, we friends, and that's it. And the moment you're single, they're available now. Yeah. Now you're not friends. Oh, I'm not dating, I'm available. That is a manipulator, because they were lurking you the whole time and you didn't see it or know it, and you thought they had your support. You had their support. They had your support, but they really don't. Usually they'll entice you to stay single and not go back because they're the ones that really want to date you. So be very careful of the manipulator. Number 3, excuse me for my voice today, it's very dry. I don't know why, the water. Okay, I need more water. If you date someone who knows that they're the reason you and your ex broke up, but they feel justified that it's fair, that they jump in, that's a manipulator as well. That's close to the last manipulator. Yeah, if you feel that you're dating someone who knows that they're in a relationship, but they're the reason why your relationship broke up in the first place, be very careful of why it did and why that person's still there. Because it may be that person that initiated it in the first place. So when we are in a relationship, we got to be aware of all these things. They're very important too, because there's too much manipulation going on for people, and sometimes that manipulation isn't like love or anything. It's probably lust, because those are the same type of people that jump out of the relationship as soon as they don't like it. So, and leaving you with 2 broken hearts because you already broke up with your partner, and now you're with someone that don't have any good intentions in the first place. So I'm not a relationship expert, but I believe with experience from other people and myself, I can actually state that to be true with people not being honest or loyal. So if someone feels justified and fair after you've broken up because they were the reason why your relationship broke up, now they're going to date you or want to date you, whether male or female, that is a manipulator. They're the reason you broke up in the first place sometimes, because they manipulated through lies so that you believe the manipulation. So be aware of that. And I have another one, number 4. If your ex got pregnant, now this one's serious because not many people go through this, but I've seen it in the courts. When I worked in family court part, if your ex got pregnant or says she is after you both broke it off, especially if you both are in new relationships, that's how they manipulate you back into a relationship with them. So be very careful. Or have you believe it's your child when it's the actual person that they're in a relationship currently in a relationship with. So you got to be careful because that's a manipulator. They know how to manipulate it to make it be, oh, that's your baby, I'm not with that person, or they're still with that person. Let's get back, so I'll break up with that person. And the baby's not even yours. If it is yours, then you deal with it anyway. It doesn't mean you have to go back with somebody. But usually that's how manipulators use men one type of way when it comes to children. But there's many forms of manipulation when it comes to women doing it in that aspect, because there's other ways men do manipulations too, but I'm just talking about the women with children, or pregnancy, I should say. They know how to utilize it. This is just one aspect of it. They have many. Maybe I'll do a show on that, but I don't want to bash women because not all women are like that. I'm not here to bash males or females. I'm just here to open your eyes and let you see what you need to see. If you're blinded out of lust, love, and all of that, and sometimes love is just lust. It's never going to be lust is love. No, it can't be, because love is love. So you can't compare the two. And so that is manipulation. And if your BFF always agrees to your decisions when it comes to your partner, and then they are interested in them when the time comes and pursues them when you both separate or break up, because some people go into separation, they don't really break up. They separate for a time, see how it works. If it doesn't work, then they break up, or they just break up. Well, these people come in, BFFs normally, whether male or female. You didn't know this person really wanted you, instead in a relationship, and they're right there. As soon as you break up with your partner, and that you didn't even know that they were interested in you, they start pursuing you, knowing that you and your partner mutually, they know both of you, or not. sometimes they don't know each other. But the point is that, there's a relationship there. And I believe people should respect that when that happens, that if there's a relationship there or a marriage there, you step aside. You're not number one. You're not even two. You're just a person on the sidelines. You're not it. I don't care how many women date married men. You're not it. You're never going to be it. And if you do and you marry, that person could do the same to you. So be careful with that. Those are mass manipulators too. Because they would have married you. And so if they pursue both and you two are separated during that time and broken up, that is a manipulator. So be careful of your friends as well as exes, families. I mean, it's sad that we can't be loyal in our relationships. Some people can't do it. And if we can, other people come around with their ill-fated not meaning well for you, not meaning good for you. And whether they're friends, family, and exes, people should just think, listen, I wish the best for you. It didn't work out. Let's move forward and upward separately or together. One or the other, make up your minds. You're adults. This doesn't have to work out in the courthouse. It doesn't have to become a criminal case because it becomes violent. It doesn't have to become a domestic violence case. It doesn't have to become an offense of any kind. It can be worked out if you're truly mature adults. I consider people that can't do this are not mature adults. They're immature. They need to grow. They need self-care, self-love, and a whole lot of other things that I don't have time to mention here, but real help. Maybe a psychologist can help through people that can't see themselves getting to just deal with situations that's not going to happen for them. Move on, get it right, get moving on to better things for yourself, not for someone else. The best of revenge you can do is better yourself and not hurt others in the process. All right, so here we go. Number 6, if your ex finds a way to ruin your new relationships by using a child or the children on your dates with your new boo. Yeah, by coming up with excuses to send the children to the house, things like that on days you don't have visitation, that is a manipulator. I've seen that a lot of times. But those type of people, they don't think that they're manipulating anything, but yeah, you are, because you're sad and obviously you can't move forward. I mean, if you in a partnership or not and it's over with someone else and you have a child with, that's all you have with them. That's nice, it's beautiful. Enjoy that you had that and move on. It's over. Get over yourselves. I mean, these are the ones that are stuck in narcissism and manipulation. Those are the ones that manipulate situations to their favor and they still lose because you're trying too hard. When you try too hard, it doesn't work. People are going to see that. They see the red flag, whether you're in a family that has not, that's no longer a family, because it happens a lot. All right, maybe that person wasn't for you. It wasn't meant to be, and you have children with them. This is why you have to make sure who you have children with and who you lay down with, because this is the type of manipulation that happens. I've seen it in the courts and outside the courthouse. These are cases that come in the courts, yeah, believe it or not. And you see the both exes there, blah, 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 order protection this, order protection that. And then they're fighting each other because the ex is there and the other ex is there. It's ridiculous. I mean, oof, too bad family court is private, that the public aren't allowed to come in and sit in on those cases. But if it wasn't, there's criminal, there's civil, and it depends on which case. You can go into a courtroom and have a seat and check out criminal, all types of legal areas of the court that you're interested in, just to see what happens and what kind of cases are actually there, if you have the time, if you're off of mark, anyway. Okay, so these are kind of excuses exes do use, ex-wives, ex-girlfriends, when they have children, and you're an ex, you're an ex. There's a reason for that. Respect it. All right, and 7, if your children are being used to ruin your new relationships by having you feel guilty, because I know a lot of parents, well, not parents, but I know there's a lot of exes, whether female or male, that use their children quietly behind the scenes to have their the other partner feel guilty being in a relationship with a new person, by making these children want to push visitation, making visitations every day, because that's your child, so it shouldn't be a problem, or that's your children, you should have them today and any day they want to come, and always the children always want to come, always want to come. Those are the manipulators. That is a manipulator, whether it's a female or a male, because you have your visitation time and now you're getting your children more than the time. Everyone needs space. Everyone needs a break. The female and the male. So when you're in a partnership, you got to give equal give and take. It's not, oh, you're going to have it and I'm going to be free. You know, it's not about you. It's about the children. If you both are giving equal time, then there's no reason, because someone's in a new relationship probably better than yours or not. Let them figure it out. You don't go in there and make a mess of it by throwing the children in their face so they can feel guilty, whether female or male. And I will say that is a manipulator. And if you don't know you're a manipulator, you need to go look up what manipulation means, because I'm not going to explain it today. I know they're liars and narcissists, and my job is not to give you all the information. Sometimes when you don't acknowledge who you are inside, then you won't understand. So go look up the word manipulation, look up manipulator, and then you'll see if everything in there defines you, then you know you are. After what I said today on these, what I believe, because this is know your truth, real talk. So this is my truth. We bring your truth on. We have a dialogue here when I'm live, so that we can talk about it. You can always leave me a comment of what you think. I think I don't have my email in the description box, but I think I do in my bio, and I will leave it in my description box next time. If you have questions or anything that you need answered, I'll try to do my best. Okay, so if your partner talks about your ex, oh, my battery is running low. Okay, hold on. All right, so we're gonna go on with, my battery is running low and I don't know why, but I am going to put it in right now. Okay, so if you're continuing with it, if your partner talks about your ex's betrayal constantly, but ends up doing the same to you, that's a manipulator. Because I know a lot of males and females that they talk about what betrayal happened to you with your ex, playing like a friend and stuff like that, and then they come and date you, and they've done the same thing so to you, and yeah, that's a manipulator. Someone who talks about your partner constantly, about how they betrayed you, hurt you, or anything, constantly talking about them, but all ends up doing the same thing to you. That's a manipulator. They do the same thing, but they hide their tricks. A lot of people do that. You won't even know who they are until you're deep into the relationship. This basically mostly narcissists, which are manipulators, the biggest manipulators, mass manipulators, and or manipulators are usually these type of people that you would never believe. You wouldn't have known, believed, or understand that you would really take them for who they are, and they're not who they say they are. So when it comes to these things, it's easy for a manipulator to use other people to get to us. So you gotta be careful to. They can get through family, mutual friends, and colleagues, etc. This way they have that connection to you when the relationship is over. So they make sure they have these connections, because if it's over, it's over. They're going to make sure that they still have a connection with you. Have your friends call you, mutual friends or family members once they get close with them. That's the whole ideology behind it, so that they can keep their claws in you. If it's not that, it's your children getting pregnant, so that they can do that as well. Sometimes they'll say it's love, because children are supposed to be here for love, but it's not. It's the hold on tactic. I see it in court again where it's a dollar bill. Child support, we could go on. I do have a child support video. You could go look at that as well on what goes on in the courtroom. It is Know Your Truth, Real Talk. It's not a legal matters show, or I may have one that is legal matters as well, because I do 2 shows. So, these people actually have fun doing these connections to, once the connection is over, they have that connection through those people. So be very careful who you allow your partner or friends to meet, to introduce them. If it's not serious, you don't need them to know your family. You know what I mean? Like, no. If it's online dating or long distance and you're not seeing this person there on a phone, don't risk that. Don't introduce them to anyone unless they already have friends of yours. They don't mean well. They know they don't. If any of these traits are something that you have seen before or you already have been through, know that person is not for you. They are not for you, and wouldn't go, and they would not do anything to and they would do anything to continuously, I should say, lie and manipulate the situation, to have it go in their favor, of course, and to have it seem like they are right for you, but they're not. If they can manipulate you once, don't give them another chance to do so. Don't give another opportunity to do it twice. No one should do more than once. I don't believe in three strikes, you're out. I did. I was younger. I'm not that old yet, but I'm not as young. I wouldn't do it today. I'm married now, so I don't have to worry about that stuff. But if I did, I don't give 3 strikes no more. Like 1, okay. 2, I'm done. 3 is too many. If you know that this person, check their history. And when I say history, when you get to know them, if you believe what they're saying out their mouth is true, then that's their history. If they say they're a good parent and you don't see that, then that's manipulation. If they're a good parent and you see that, that's their history. So you're going to want to see the history of this person, because if you get serious with them or have children with them, and having children is getting serious, or marrying them is getting serious, you're going to be stuck with that person. Going through the court system and financial loss, believe me, I've seen it. It happens all the time. So the lesson here is don't give too much people, don't give too much information about your relationships to anyone, ex-partners especially, friends, especially those ex-partners that it's good to still have a relationship with your ex if it didn't turn out in turmoil. If it did, then let that go, because they don't mean well for you. If they stabbed you in the back, there's no reason for you to have a relationship with them. If they did anything that you wouldn't want done to you, you wouldn't do to them, don't give them your information. You shouldn't have a relationship with them. It would be nice, but you can't have a relationship with all your exes. Friends and sometimes family can deceive you into believing they are for you when they are not. Okay, when I say family, I'm not saying mother and father. Sometimes it is the case. Cousins, sisters and brothers, anyone in the family, you all would know if it relates to you what I'm talking about. And if it doesn't relate to you, then you can look at when you're in a relationship, make sure that you're not giving too much information to them just because they're your family members. All right. Because like I said, you can be deceived by either one. They can deceive you into believing they're for you and they're not for you. So always go, when they're not, always go within yourself for the answers you need, because they're inside of you. Only you would have those answers. If you've done the work of healing of your self-love, self-care, and all the stuff you need, loving yourself first and caring for you, then you can actually heal the hurt and pain from breakups and relationships and marriages, and you'll be able to come up with making the right decision that's best for you, not someone else, because that's what other people do. They give you what they think the best decision is, but it's really not. So watch that type of manipulation as well. It's not going to be easy for you to do it. To learn self-care is to love yourself. That should be easy, to love yourself. But it's not going to be easy in relationships to decipher manipulators until you catch them with red flags or a lot of lies. If they consistently lie, they're manipulating you. And let them show action. Action speaks louder than words. And sometimes this is, like I said, it's not going to be easy to get through, to take when you're hurting inside, to heal yourself. But if you love yourself enough, you will do the self-love, self-healing for yourself. You're going to have to, I would say, have discernment, when listening to others and in making final decisions for your own life. Remember, this is your life and no one else's. So you're going to have that discernment to believe not in people but in yourself. Yet there are advisors out there. Go to your pastor's church, and sometimes you can't even do that. But if you trust in them enough, they're supposed to be the ones that you go to, sister or brother. Like I said, if you trust them enough, but really it's within yourself. So knowing that you believe in yourself, you'll know that right answer if someone gives you advice, and you'll know if that's the way, if it's good advice or not, right? So I was happy to be here today on this beautiful day here, and glad to have you. I hope you share, subscribe, and like, please. Comment if needed. I hope this refreshed you for today and every day for your new relationships to come, or in the relationship you have. And if you have questions, like I said, make sure you type it down in the comments below. Let me know how you like this video. I will be back next week, Saturday. I'm gonna try to go live. If an event doesn't come up, then I'll go live. And if it does, I will definitely be taping, unless I can't. But right now I will. So thank you for being here with Know Your Truth, Real Talk. Know Your Truth, Real Talk has just adjourned with JudgeDesire for now. And I will see you next week. Blessings upon blessings to you all. And don't forget to like and share. I will definitely be posting my travels, my grilling, and everything. Hopefully tonight's event, I will try to get as much as I can, because some people don't like to be taped either. I don't like being taped either, so I can understand, but I do it so I can get out and reach out to the people. And copyright fringes. That's the only problem I'll have. If there's music all over and I can't get it, I won't be able to upload it. But I will be uploading my grill in a few minutes, my Grilling Friday grill. So go check that out on YouTube, social media, all over. Look me up, JudgeDesire for Nas. Ciao. And thank you. See you soon. Have a great weekend. Ciao.